on, everybody? The hair here with a very special guest, the one and only MMA investing himself, Mr. Joe. How you doing, my friend?
What's up, man? Good to see you again, brother.
Yeah,
Doing
good to
well.
yeah, of course, dude. And we're linking up again as we do for the fight game. He is the expert. I am the
That's
the
right.
fucking WWE schmo that I am. Fucking but here we are talking about some schmo shit. Jake Paul versus Tyron Woodley. I mean, dude, it is what it is. It is what it is, right?
Exactly. It's what it is. We're all gonna watch and we're all gonna hate it, but here we are.
Yeah, here we are now. Is it fair to say this is, of course, Jake's real first real competition? You know what I mean? Striking wise, because I don't want to downplay Askren too much because he was, world class wrestler and all that. But people say he took a dive. People say whatever the fuck they say. But as far as striking goes, I would say this is Jake's first legitimate test.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, we can talk about Askren all day, but at the end of the day, if you have ever watched Ben Askren strike in a fight, it's not there at all, man. Like my grandma could throw better hands than that guy. Like he, he was an old man. He was retired. He was washed up. He had just come off a hip surgery, and he got fed a big name that he knew he could probably take out pretty quick, and that's exactly what happened. I don't think he took a dive. I mean, maybe, but I mean, that right hand landed flush in his chin. He went to sleep. So, I mean, Jake Paul can box. There's no doubt about it. But yeah, this is definitely his first real test he's fought.
Yeah, and let's be honest, as far as the Ben Askren thing, Ben Askren got the bag too in that one.
Exactly. It's all he was there for, man. He didn't give a shit. Like, he's going to trying to lose, but I mean, he was there for money at the end of the day, and he knows it. We all know it.
Yeah. It is what it is though. Now this is the against Tyron Woodley. They even built that up during that Askren fight. Tyron confronted them, the trainer, that one boxer dude, whatever the fuck his name is,
I don't even know that.
trash ass dude, and then Jake, of course. Honestly, bro, here I'll give my intake because I know you'll have the more profound lockdown on this. I don't see any way possible, even if Tyron is 20% invested. I don't see any way possible Jake beats him unless he does take a dive. Reason I say that, sure, you could say Tyron is a wrestler, but dude, Tyron won the title multiple times with his boxing. You know what I mean? With his striking, he was a boxer he started boxing too. He just got so damn good at wrestling. He does have that overhand right that he does lean on a lot. I'll say that, but he could take a punch. I mean, he fought the cream of the crop in the UFC not even that long ago. So again, this is just me. I know anything could happen. I know Jake's been doing what he does. I just think Tyron can take Jake's shots, and I think Tyron should win this fight, bearing any fuckery. Go ahead. What do you think?
Yeah, man. So last time I picked Ben Askren, and obviously in hindsight that was an awful pick. But the thing is, yes, this is Jake Paul's first test, 100%. This is the first guy who's fought that actually has experience fighting in the striking realm. Obviously, Askren has experience fighting, but he doesn't have any striking.
Yeah.
If Tyron comes into this fight really wanting to win this fight, puts in a full training camp, tries hard, works out hard, I do think there's a possibility he wins. The thing for me is that watching Woodley, and from what I remember watching Woodley, his boxing really isn't that good in terms of pure. Obviously, has a shit ton of power in that right hand, and he's put plenty of people to sleep with that right hand. In a pure boxing match, though, I hate to say it, dude, but I think Jake
Oh
Paul.
my God. Oh my
I hate
MMA
it.
investing. MMA investing says it. He has Jake. Go ahead.
And my whole dude, I'm hoping that. So I picked Askren last time, he lost. I'm hoping I pick Jake Paul this time when he loses. First prediction, I hope I get wrong, but I mean, I just have to be realistic. I don't think Woodley. I don't think he's gonna win this fight. I think he's a little washed up for sure. If this was prime Woodley, I'll definitely pick Woodley. But I think he's also here showing up for a paycheck. I think he's gonna try. I just think Jake Paul is better than we're giving him credit for, and I think he's gonna be able to outbox Tyron. I think he might be able to finish him late. I'm not sure. Tyron has a good chin for sure. But I mean, Tyron's very live, obviously. He could catch him with that right hand. the whole thing I want to see Jake Paul get dragged a little bit deeper. I don't want any freaking knockout in the first round, second round. I want to see how he can handle some adversity. If Tyron's still there in his face 4, 5, 6 rounds later, I want to see how he handles that. And that's where I think Woodley can do some work there maybe. But in terms of like actual boxing, I think Jake Paul is going to win, man.
Shit, you heard it first from Emmett. I thought roles would be reversed. Now,
yeah, fortunately, dude.
This is crazy. MMA investing, the professional pick. Go sign up for his shit. This is what he does. Man, bro, this is crazy. I hope for this sake I'm right, because if Jake does win, I think the world's gonna go on fire, bro. It's gonna go on fire because Jake, so they could, Tyron, multiple time UFC champion, multiple time WEC champ, and the list goes on. This would be a big feather in Jake's cap for sure. Big feather in his cap.
100%.
And then after this, I mean, you figure maybe he fights what's his name's brother, the big heavyweight boxer.
Fury or whatever.
Fury's brother. Which I think he's on the undercard too.
Yeah.
So I think maybe him. That dude's fighting guys that are 10 and 121. Fighting. Yeah. So. Yeah. So Tommy Fury's a topic for a whole nother day. But man, it'll be entertaining. It's gonna be surreal to see Jake and Tyron, I think, in the ring, because I don't know, when Askren walked in, you thought, man, this dad bod guy, just curly headed fuck, you know what I mean, like everything you thought. Yeah. This is gonna be legit. Tyron, I think, is taking it serious. He is hitting the bag. But man, even if Jake finishes him, bro, I think that's gonna be so crazy. It's gonna be so crazy to read Jake Paul defeats Tyron Woodley by TKO, KO, whatever. It's hard to imagine, bro.
It is. And imagine, 2 years ago, somebody telling you Jake Paul is gonna box Tyron Woodley in a fight, and you'd be like, you laugh that off for sure. Be like, yeah, freaking right. Like, he's gonna get killed, and you probably wouldn't even think it's gonna happen. But at this stage, man, just looking at how Tyron's kind of looked, and he's still there. I mean, he's definitely not as good as he used to be. Obviously, he's on like a 4-fight skid in the UFC, but
yeah,
Jake Paul's really, really trying. He's really taking this seriously. He really wants to win this fight, and he's a good boxer. Also, he's big, dude. He's the bigger guy. He's what, 6 foot, 6'1" maybe. Probably walks around 210, 215.
He's thick. He's a thick kid too.
He's a naturally bigger dude, and he has natural power. You saw that. I mean, putting out Askren, how dog shit Askren is striking, it is what it is. But that dude has a good chin. We saw him take some shots from Robbie Lawler, get put on his face on a slam. I mean, the kid has natural pop on his punches for sure, and he's a naturally bigger guy. And I want to say he's the better boxer at this point. So for those reasons, I got to pick him, man. But I hope I'm
No, you make great points. Now, here's the thing. I'm not discounting Jake at all. I think for what he's done, I think he's been doing great. Not only is he getting fighter pay notice, which I think is fucking awesome that he's doing. And sure, you could say he beat a basketball player. Well, who are we to say I knocked out an NBA player? You knocked out an NBA player. He knocked out an NBA player. He knocked out a world-class Olympian wrestler, Ben Askren. Those are, even though they're not boxers, quote unquote, no one expects Jake Paul to be Canelo Alvarez. You know what I mean? No one expects that. So he's doing work. I respect the kid for that. But man, dude, to beat Tyron, I mean, I would for sure respect him 1,000% more, because that'd be a legitimate victory if you were to beat him.
How do you think Tyron's gonna win? Like, serious question.
A serious question. I think, because here's the thing. Sure, I think Jake's decent, but I don't think Jake's world class by any means. Neither is Tyron. I think Jake relies on that right hand too, as Woodley. I think Woodley's done it for so long. I think Jake tries to throw that right hand a lot, and I think Tyron evades it a lot. And then I think Tyron catches him. I think he catches him maybe 1 or 2 rights, and I think he knocks him out. This is my WWE humble opinion. Now, I don't know anything. I watch AEW, CM Punk, fucking Roman Reigns, John Cena, but this is what I think is going to happen. And if I'm wrong, fuck it, Jake. It is what it is. MMA investing was correct. But again, I don't know what the fuck. I don't know what to expect anymore. This 2020 and 2021 has been crazy as fuck.
Dude, and the thing, I mean, I remember watching that Askren fight. I haven't watched it in a long time, obviously, since it happened.
Yeah.
But Jake Paul, dude, Askren, that first minute, he hit him with a good overhand right. And if somebody with the pop that Tyron Woodley has hits Jake with that same punch, it's going to do some damage. It might put him out or hurt him. And all you got to do is hurt Jake. Let's see what happens after he gets hurt, after he has some adversity. Is he going to be able to recover? Is he going to be able to get his composure down? Because he got hit, man. I mean, I know it's Ben Askren, and I know he knocked out, but I mean, he got hit with that overhand right. Ben hit him clean, man, and Jake was like, "Oh shit!" Like, so I mean, if now we're talking about a 10-time better striker that has pop and is fast, I mean, it could happen, dude. And I'm hoping it happens. Honestly, like I said,
yeah, as am I, because the world will get back and restored. Now, if let's say Tyron wins, Jake loses, I don't think Jake's done. I think he goes back to the drawing board and he goes down in competition. I think maybe he fights a Dylan Dennis. He fights I don't know. I think though he will step down. I mean, when's the last time Dylan Dennis fought? Like, seriously, honestly.
I think like 2 years. Like 2 years. That guy's a joke, dude. Everyone knows he's a joke. He's doing good though. I mean, he knows how to market himself. The guy's had 2 fucking pro MMA fights and he has 2 followers on Instagram. So
yeah,
right. Hotels, but I mean, it's working. So I'm sure he's making a good little paycheck for himself.
I'm sure he is. I'm sure he is too. Now, we'll see though. I'm invested in this. I want to see what happens. I'm going to watch. We're all going to watch. There's UFC fights this week too, and we'll watch that. But we're definitely excited for this. Yes, Jake Paul versus Tyron Woodley. We'll see what the fuck happens. You have MMA Investing Joe, his professional opinion, mine. We'll see what the fuck happens, bro. Thanks for joining. We're out.